Lionel Da Silva, Luca Romeo, they have given me a lot to say in this match, and none of which I am willing to repeat. They have very negative opinions of their opponents. And they're very superficial, if I do say so myself. But there we are. Luca Romeo now starting off for his team. Rayne Leverkusen starting it off for hers. Luca Romeo going for the hair. This is mullet on mullet assault, and it shall not be stood for. Mullet on mullet crime is horrendous and should never be seen. But right now, Luca Romeo trying to throw his weight around in this ring. Good luck when you're against someone the caliber of Rayne Leverkusen. Luca Romeo. He loves to break the rules, bend them whenever he can. And he's going for it again, going for the hair. Sort of making fun of Rayne. Not something you should do. We have waited now 2 years to see Rayne Leverkusen here in No Mercy Ring. Originally set to debut at Sweep the Leg in 2023, if you can believe. But she is here tonight in her official debut. Lionel Da Silva as well in his No Mercy Wrestling debut. A bit different to Luca Romeo, who debuted at Head of the Snake last year. The anniversary special for that year. As Rhiannon Jade made a name for herself in the US last year. I mentioned TNA, she also competed for OVW, trained around that country, and made a bit of a name for herself as Rhiannon Jade, previously known, as you may remember, as Echo. Seen a lot in VCW, hasn't been seen too much here in No Mercy, but a win here will definitely change that and guarantee another appearance for Rayne Leverkusen and Rhiannon Jade moving forward. As Lionel Da Silva not having a very good showing of it in the beginning stages of this match. Caught by Rhiannon Jade. And a backbreaker. They may have found love and they may have money, but money will not buy you those No Mercy, those Brilliance Pro Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Please don't dock my pay, Mr. Ellis! As a flapjack from Rhiannon Jade. Cyclone kick from Rayne Leverkusen. And a kick out from Lionel Da Silva. Luca Romeo doesn't seem too happy on the outside. I wouldn't be either if my tag team partner found himself in a situation like this, being trapped in the corner, and a flatliner again from Rhiannon Jade. Only two, says Stu. Luca Romeo, Rayne Leverkusen having a war of words from the apron. And now it's Rhiannon Jade that finds herself trapped in the opposition's corner. And with the tactics that Love and Money like to utilize in the matches like this, this is a very dangerous place to be. Perhaps more dangerous than usual in a tag team match. You see closed fist to the abdomen of Rhiannon Jade. And now Lionel, clothesline, takes Rhiannon down. And Romeo now on the assault with the referee's back turned. Rayne trying to get the attention of the referee. And again, Love and Money taking every opportunity they have. Rayne working against her partner there, unbeknownst to her. Tag made. In tag team wrestling, there's a lot of different strategies you can employ. Frequent tags, cutting off the ring in half, making sure that your opponents are always near you and your partner. These are some of the strategies that Love and Money have grown very, very accustomed to over the past 12 months as a team. And Luca Romeo, not his only team here, Love and Money, has had another partner, a tag team called Rom-Com. So Luca Romeo very well versed in the art of tag team wrestling, perhaps more so than Rayne and Rhiannon Jade, and that could come to the detriment of those two women here in this match. Clothesline from De Silva, and quick into the cover was Luca Romeo, wasting no time. But Jade did not need that extra second anyway. Kick out at 2. This match is still alive, but an elbow to the back of the head might change that. Because I don't know if you know this, but your brain lives in the head. Too many strikes to that is going to have a long-term detriment, perhaps not just for a match. But that's something you need to be very cautious of in the ring at all times. Atomic drop, mule kick. Slipped off the back of Lionel De Silva, but was still able to capitalize. What was that, says the crowd? The Valentine's Day Massacre. That elbow drop from the atomic drop combination from Love and Money. And now what are they thinking? Perhaps thinking the Heartbuster. That busted something else. Lionel De Silva caught on the top. And this isn't going to help his case at all, as Rayne now, like a house on fire, German suplex. Have another. And De Silva a little bit worse for wear. Teardrop suplex, and it really does bring a tear to the eye of Lionel De Silva. And he is not doing very well in that corner. But Rayne right now, sizing him up. Hesitation drop kick, and that takes Luca Romeo out of the equation. That is the veil of poison that takes Romeo out, unless he find his Juliet. The Juliet being those tag titles that seem to be slipping away for Romeo and De Silva. Able to save it at the very last moment, but Leverkusen and Jade were a second away from advancing to the finals. And Romeo, extremely tough landing there. You could hear that reverberate through the entire venue here in Caerphilly Leisure Centre. And Luca Romeo dragging Rhiannon Jade off the apron, and hold on, quick cover from Luca Romeo, from Lionel De Silva. And Romeo now in the match. What is he thinking? What is this? The Catalina wine mixer almost won the match for Love and Money. Close, but no cigar. Close, but no entry into the finals just yet. And Romeo is dismayed. Lionel De Silva is disgusted. They're gonna have to look for something even more special than the Catalina wine mixer, if that even exists. Looking for another Heartbuster. De Silva knocking Romeo out with that forearm, and a huge spine buster from Rayne. And she's looking for the Storm's End. Storm's End is locked in. Rhiannon Jade dropping Romeo, and this match is all over.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winners by submission, the team of Rayne Leverkusen Rhiannon Jade.
we have one side of the ring already occupied in the finals for the No Mercy Wrestling Tag Team Championships. Rhiannon Jade and Rayne Leverkusen. But who will their opponents be? Will it be Soul Train or Act 2? We find that out later on tonight. Who will advance to the finals to join Rayne Leverkusen and Rhiannon Jade?